Alright, so in this video, we're going to be talking about something that is, in my opinion, in the NHRA world, very underappreciated. And that is the actual paint schemes on the cars. Because I don't see a lot of people talking about this. And I think it's, my opinion, it's time for someone to shed some light on the actual paint schemes on the cars. Because I hear everyone complain that all the cars look the same. But they don't, because there are different wraps on all the cars. So they're not all the same. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about the top 10 best paint schemes of the NHRA 2021 season. Now, there's a few rules. You can't break these rules here. Number one, this is my opinion. You can agree to disagree with this list. You can say what you want. Doesn't matter. It's my opinion. And number two, it's only going to be from the Camping World Series, Top Fuel Funny Car Pro Stock and Pro Stock Motorcycle. You can't do sportsman classes or pro mod because honestly, there are so many good pro mod paint schemes. I'd be stuck here for hours trying to do that. So yeah, we're just going to look at the Camping World Series and shed a light on some of the brilliant paint schemes that are in the NHRA landscape. So let's get into it. Number 10, Matt Smith and the Denso Red Rocket. This paint scheme, honestly, there's not really a whole lot to say about it because on a pro stock motorcycle, it's so small that it's hard to really make a good paint scheme on a pro stock motorcycle. But best one in the field, definitely Matt Smith. This thing, it stands out. You can't confuse it for anything else on the track. So, in my opinion, that's what makes a good paint scheme. Make it stand out. Make it different. That's my opinion. What makes a good paint scheme, and the red perfectly matches his driving suit and all that. So it literally looks like the Red Rocket, the Denso Red Rocket. So that's what I think about Matt Smith's 2021 paint scheme. Now for number 9. How about them Capco boys? Steve Torrance's red Capco Contractors Top Fueler paint scheme. In my opinion, this has grown on me. I'm still kind of a fan of the old white and black Capco scheme that they had a while back, but this has grown on me a little bit, especially because let's be honest, we've seen it win how many times this year, so it definitely grew on me a little bit. The red is very distinct; it stands out. The change from the red to the black is very eye-catching, and in my opinion, that's what's good. Paint schemes should, like I said, be iconic. And we will probably be looking at this scheme the same way we look at the U.S. Army car for Tony Schumacher someday, with the rate it's going, unless someone stops the Capco train. So definitely, in my opinion, next 5 years, we're going to be looking at that as one of the most iconic paint schemes in NHRA history. Number 8, Kenny Delco's KD Racing Pro Stock scheme. Now, this is one of the best Pro Stock schemes of all time, in my opinion. I said one of the best because there's one on this list that is better than it, in my opinion. But this it's eye-catching. Like, I was at the track at Maple Grove, and this was like the one car that stood out. This thing pops out. You can't miss it. And it's honestly pretty beautiful. Not going to lie. Scheme's beautiful. Did a great job, whoever designed it. So, that's all I got to say on Kenny Delco. Beautiful scenes. Yeah, all that needs to be said about it. So we'll go on to number 7, Greg Anderson, HendrickCars.com. Now, this, at the beginning of the season, I was kind of iffy on it because when I first looked at it, I'm thinking NASCAR, not necessarily thinking drag racing. But like the Torrence scheme, it's kind of grown on me a little bit, and now I think this is going to be, if they stick together for a few years, it's nothing compared to his Summit cars. I'm sorry, his Summit cars were amazing, but in my opinion, it's going to be the second closest we're going to get in terms of like iconic pro stock sponsorships. I mean, this could go on depending on how long the sponsorship sticks. I mean, I believe they're signed for next year, HendrickCars.com, for the whole season with Greg Anderson. So if that sticks, that will be definitely one of the most iconic paint schemes of all time. If he keeps winning in it, which at this rate, it doesn't seem like he's going to be stopped winning. So yeah, Greg Anderson. Number 6, Alexis Demarco, the Bandera Tequila Rocket Phones or Rocket Mortgage funny car. Now, this is great for a funny car paint scheme. Now, a lot of funny car paint schemes, especially the original one that she ran, the red one that she ran, I didn't really like that. But the black and white one, this stands out, eye-catching. You can't miss it from the stands. So, plus they did a great job with putting a logo on the side. The logo's bright, you can see it for sponsor revenue since people are concerned about that these days. Great job with all the space that they had and made it look sleek. And yeah, that's all I have to say on Alexis' scheme. On to number 5, the top 5. Leah Pritchett's Ice Spiked Water. I don't actually know what that is. I don't know what the sponsor is, but the Ice Spiked Water, I think it's like spiked, like flavored water. I think that's what it is. But this scheme, even though I don't know what the product is, I'm gonna find out what the product is after I'm done with this video because I'm curious now. This car, oh my god, this thing is. It's like I said with the Alexis scheme. It makes the product like you can see what they're advertising to you, and they do a very good job. Like the transition with the colors, like the dark red up to the sort of light orange as it goes up the car, like beautiful paint scheme. I hope this paint scheme comes back next year and she's at Tony Stewart Racing. If it doesn't, there will be riots. Uh, anyways, on to number 4, Matt Hagan's New Holland funny car scheme. This was the one he ran at St. Louis and probably a couple other races, but his most notable one that I know of is at St. Louis. This, in my opinion, I think this is going to be one of the schemes that get carried over to Tony Stewart Racing. And oh my god, just look at it. Like the colors pop so much. Like it's bright colors. I mean, I love bright colors on paint schemes. I don't know why. I just do. You probably can tell that throughout this video. Like it just, oh my god, the way the yellow is on the side, like the way they have sort of like the leaves on the side there, like oh my god, they did a great job. Whoever designed this scheme and like whoever designs these schemes, like I don't know any of them personally, but shout out to them. Like if they for some reason stumble upon this, then shout out to them. They did a great job with this. Now on to the top 3. It is the Doug Kalitta Mobile 1 scheme that he ran at Houston. Now this scheme is it's an interesting scheme. It's a lot of Toyota TRD sort of like inspired colors. Like the color scheme is mostly TRD theme, but I honestly like it. Like I think the TRD has like sort of a unique color brand. Like you look at that and you think Toyota. Even though you have Mobile 1 on the side, which Mobile 1's again very prevalent. The logo's big, it's bold. You can actually see what they're talking about because there are some paint schemes where you can't even see the logo on the side. So that's definitely a big plus in my books. So Doug Kalitta, Mobile 1. Maybe that car can get in the winner's circle next year if Kalitta Motorsports isn't the way they were this year. But anyways, on to number 2, and this is where you start getting into like the greatest, in my opinion, of this season. Cruz Pedraza's snap-on scheme. Oh my god. This scheme is like I mean, one of my favorite paint schemes of all time in terms of funny car was the Courtney Force Traxxas scheme from 2014. That's probably one of my favorites of all time, not just this year, but this is pretty close. Like it fits exactly what Snap-on is. Like the logo, like I said, the logo's big on the side. You can read it, you can understand what it is. The silver on the front, like so, like the silver, like the metal of a tool. Like oh my god, the paint scheme is just perfect. And I hope nothing changes with this. Bring this back next year. Nothing wrong with it. It should 110% be brought back. Beautiful scenes, beautiful scenes, beautiful scenes. All right, on to, in my opinion, one of the greatest paint schemes of all time, at least in Top Fuel. Shawn Langdon's Seal Masters Top Fuel car. I don't even, oh my god, this is just beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Nothing else to say about it. Beautiful. Like, oh my god, like it's the bold Seal Master, like the bright red, kind of reddish orange, I guess. I see it red, maybe other people see it differently. Reddish orange. Seal Master logo, the bright green. Like I said, I like bright colors on cars. I like bright colors on race cars. So that definitely like it stands out so much, and that's in my opinion what's great. You want your paint scheme to stand out for your sponsor. The logo's bright on the side. You can't miss it. So definitely congrats to the person who made that scheme because they produced, in my opinion, one of the best paint schemes in NHRA history. Now I'm going to go find where I can find a diecast for that because I hope Kalitta Motorsports is selling diecast for that, or whoever sells diecast, they better be selling diecast for that because I will be first in line to get one. So that's going to be it for this best NHRA paint schemes of 2021. Let me know if you agree, disagree, don't care in the comment section below. and we'll see y'all in the next one.